welcome back to another episode of Tempelores Talk, and it's the first one of the new year, basically. So, I don't even know if we release it in 25, but in any case, it is about 25. So, what are we expecting from this musical year that's coming ahead?
Yes, what's gonna bring us?
A lot of new albums, of course.
Very nice.
And I made a list, so
Cool.
we can spoil people a little bit of what they can expect.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we mention them will not say that we always review everything. But there's still gonna be a nice list for people if they're interested to buy and follow their artist. To keep an eye on. Let's get it started. I think the first one that I can mention is Morlocks, because why not?
Why not? Yes.
It's an EP. It's Amor Monstra et Horrore Profundi.
Uh-huh.
So far my Latin.
Yes.
Yeah, I listened to it already because I got the promo a bit before Christmas. So people who have been following the band on the YouTube will say like, oh, I already know these songs because I heard some of them before they were released in YouTube. There is a Bathory cover. There's a bit of a different sound. It's a bit, I don't know, slowed down, I guess. Not that hectic, as far as you can put that way of saying sentence in the same way with Morlocks, because they are chaos. But yeah, that's one thing that I just want to mention as a first one.
Of course.
Because I already checked into it.
I think you already said something.
Yeah, but not
about that it's gonna come. So it's gonna be released and you have it in your inbox. So it's gonna be early Q1 or?
It's January 10th.
Yes, fast.
So really fast already. Yeah, I already listened to it. I have my opinions ready. So in some future you might see that appear on our website. But I just wanted to mention that for people who started to love them just like I did. And yeah, maybe to keep an eye on that. And the next one on my list is one that you recently saw.
I see, yeah.
It's Dominum.
Yes, I'm curious how their album will sound like, actually.
I did have the promo also, but I didn't listen, so I cannot tell you.
Well, still, I don't think it's gonna be one of my favorite albums, as it is still the teamed power metal. But they were very good live, so yeah, we'll see.
And I can certainly see them growing in the upcoming year. They certainly have a lot of promotion behind them. So,
yes,
that will be interesting. The Dead Don't Lie, it's called.
Ooh.
And I think they...
Well, they're zombies, so...
Yeah. I think they did do a video recently, if I remember correctly. So, people can already sneak peek a little bit on their YouTube channel. And, yeah, keep an eye on that. Well, next. The Halo Effect.
Yes, nice.
March of the Unheard. I don't remember if I've seen a promo of it yet, and I think it will be later in the year, not like in January or something. So
they will be touring in January. I hope to check them out.
I think they were on my list at least somewhere, but I'm not sure because my January is quite hectic already. I have quite some things to do.
Yeah, I might go check them out in the end of January in Antwerp.
Ah, I see.
But the new album will be nice too.
Yeah, definitely. March of the Unheard, so people keep an eye on that one. Tesseract will be doing a live album.
Okay.
I think that makes sense because Tesseract is kind of a live band. You need to see them live to get the whole experience.
To be immersed with it all.
Yeah, so people who like them will probably enjoy that. Personally, I don't really like to review live albums so much.
I rather experience.
Yeah, I rather be
them live.
Be in the live show instead of listening to a live album even.
But I think they'll also be touring in the first part of January. I saw them. Well, maybe not January, but the first part of the year, like the first couple of months. I saw them somewhere in a club.
Yeah, I think there will probably be being maybe in Patronaat or something, because they always play in the complexity festivals, or people who are doing that. They always drag them along. So yeah, I think they will be making some noise this year.
Yes.
So to say, yeah, Beast in Black is coming. So the album is called Berserker, or was it an EP? I can't recall, but anyway,
Something.
it
New
was
music.
announced. It was announced, and yeah, they will probably cross my path somewhere. Probably Tuska-ish area time. I don't
They will
know.
also be touring at the end of the year, I saw, with, if I'm correct, Halloween.
Oh, that would be a nice combination, the two of them.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense to have these two together. Yeah, I think I did put something about Halloween down in my future list, something to keep an eye on. So, yeah.
Nice.
Then Marco Hitala, Roses from the Deep. I don't
Singing a
know.
solo album.
Yeah, he's doing quite a lot of them, because otherwise he cannot be in the annual Tuska performance with either his own band, some other band, Backstreet Boys from Finland bands. He always needs
to be there.
Yeah, he's kind of he's part of the furniture, and he always needs to be there. So of course a new album comes with that. I do not listen to his solo album anywhere outside of any live show that I see. It's kind of more mellow, not per se very metal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering what this gonna do. I think if I listen to the song title, album title, Roses from the Deep, I think that says a lot. So we get pretty much what we're used to from him.
Oh, sounds like it.
Yeah. So interesting. I might peek by if he plays somewhere in a time slot at Tuska that it's not like clashing with
big time.
anything that I want to see also. But then again, that's up to you guys. So yeah.
Yes.
And I found out that Lacuna Coil is coming with a new album. Not per se my kind of band, but I always have this running gag that they always bring the bands that I really like along and as a support. So that's why I'm always at their shows.
Yeah, I think we've seen them indeed. I think in the Netherlands together. We went to see the supporting, but I can't remember what it was. But I think they were headlining, and we went to see
We did see them. I did see them also a couple times in Into the Grey. But I remember back in the days I saw them when Beseech was supporting. I think I saw them when the Foreshadowing was supporting.
They played in Be Below, so I've seen them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always around. It's interesting enough to see, so that's quite okay.
Yeah, well, it brings back teenage memories.
I've never been too much of a fan, though.
No, me neither, but it does. You know, the album, what was it called? Coma Lies or something?
Yeah.
It is like one of those.
True. But then again, if I listen to that album now, I feel like...
More grown?
I don't know.
In music?
I don't understand why it got so famous. If you listen to it, it's not really high standing if you're thinking of what other bands are doing in a way.
Yeah.
But it worked. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's see what they will be doing next, because of course through the years they've been growing as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, next one is
one of your favorites.
One of my favorites, and I cannot say exactly when it will be out. I expected it already a bit earlier, but the guys have been in the studio recently. So and even Mikko managed to make time to be in the studio. I spotted after being on the road with some other Finnish bands.
Nice. So what are we talking about?
Chroma! And it's the 4th album, and so far the title that I've seen them using is 4. I don't know if that's the actual title or just a work title, but I expect that one to be out this year at least. So I didn't have time to ask them more details yet, but I'm pretty sure they will release something.
I'm pretty sure you will make me listen to it at some point.
Oh, that's without a doubt. I have no question whatsoever that you will be listening to that, you know?
Yeah. Hi, welcome everyone. Do you want tea? You're on!
Yep.
Sit down.
Nah, but then again, it's one of those bands that's really set apart from the others. They don't do something that anyone else is doing, so that's what I always appreciate about them. And it's one of those bands that have like a lot of the same bands together that we like. We are sharing quite the same musical taste, so you kind of know that what they're bringing is always going to be interesting. So
yes,
that's
nice.
Next is All That Remains, and their album is called Anti-Fragile. I haven't heard from them for a while, I guess, but I saw they were coming with some new release. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. And
nice.
I think a lot of people will be interested in that. On the other hand, it's one of those bands that plays the kind of music that has fans that kind of grow out of that music genre after a couple years. So I wonder what it's gonna be like for them. And then again, they're quite a big name, so people want to go for nostalgia reasons, probably. So,
but maybe they've grown as well, and they.
Oh sure, they probably will. But more like the fans are kind of, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I understand, of course.
Yeah, and then
Let's see.
One that I saw on the list that I don't know, it's not really my kind of favorite band or something, but I know many people are interested in them, and that's Pentagram. Lightning in a Bottle, it's called, and their Doom is of course quite legendary. So I know that people who are into the genre will be looking out for this album. So
although I have to think about Genie in a Bottle when I hear that, but. Yeah. Sorry, that's kind of like a connection in my brain.
I don't know. I would like to like do an interview with them and ask them like where does this name come from?
Well, maybe something on the album will explains it.
Yeah.
Lightning in a Bottle.
And otherwise they have to explain it to me on a Zoom call, for example. So
good idea.
Yeah. I might go after that at that point. One that's coming quite soon-ish is Dawn of Solace, Affliction Vortex. And yeah, I mean, I quite like Dawn of Solace. And Tuomas has always made music that made me interested to listen to. He has several projects that are quite in line with each other, and Dawn of Solace is maybe one of the ones that stayed a bit more in the dark compared to the others. Of course, Wolford was on tour before the Dawn has also done something in the last year. So, Dawn of Solace, I'm curious. I've listened to some of the singles already, and I'm like, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Dawn of Solace is one of those bands that I will definitely try to review if I can. So, keep an eye on that. Okay, then we go on with Architects. And God, how long is it ago that I heard of Architects? I don't remember. But yeah, The Sky, The Earth, and All Between, it's called. So that's quite...
promising.
Yeah, that's quite something, I guess. So it's... yeah, we have to see what comes from that. Also very interesting is Spirit Box Tsunami Sea. I think Spirit Box has grown quite a lot from their hits music that they've made. They had a couple of songs that really went viral, so to say.
Yes.
But I'm curious to see what this album is going to bring and what direction they're going, because I do think that they were seeking out on how to expand on what they were doing before. So yeah, interesting. Coheed and Cambria. I don't know if many people remember them.
Yes.
But they're coming with something new. And it has such a long album title that I'm not even gonna call that. And it's called Faxis Act 3. And then there's a whole line behind that I just didn't care to write down. But Coheed and Cambria will come up.
Interesting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Then we have Landmarks, the darkest place I've ever been. That's also something to be looking out for.
Yes, I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah, I figured, because that's not really my kind of specifically band, but like maybe they will surprise me.
Yeah, well, they surprised me when I saw them as a support act, and I liked their take on metalcore with a fusion of hip hop. I'm not that big a fan of hip hop, but I don't know. They brought it with so much energy, and they got the crowd so.
Yeah, that's a thing, because I mean there's some bands that bring it with the hip hop that really succeed with that, and that some of them really interest me, and some of them just don't. That just quite something, and yeah. I will be listening to it, but it won't be my first point to look out for, because I know you will.
Yes.
And then next, Crematory. Yeah, I mean, when Crematory is coming with an album, it's hard to ignore, because I know a lot of people are interested in them. So I will look for it. And I think quite late in the year, I think they said that for September or so, is Primal Fear with Domination. Oh. So that won't be anytime soon, but still, it's on the line for next year. So, and we have Grafjammer, the Tyfus, the Tering. I think it will come out in January. I have the promo, but I didn't have the time yet to listen to it. But I will be definitely listening. I liked their previous releases, even the ones that were quite long ago. I recently saw them live again, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's definitely I keep my eye on. Interesting for some, I think, especially for German listeners, because I think the band is more popular there than here, is End of Green with To Infinity. That's gonna come out in the next year. And Spiders with Sharp Objects. Now, I have not ever listened to Spiders that much before, but one of the promoters I got friends with, a Swedish promoter, I think I met him a couple years ago or so. He's like touring with them, so I get all the Facebook feeds filled with that. So I have to check it out, and I think it will be interesting for some of our listeners.
Yes.
Okay, and I also made a significant list with rumors. So. Yeah.
Ooh.
And the thing is, I basically made this list based on my own interests.
Yes.
And I know some more are coming. I see Elvira writing stuff down that I purposely ignored.
So I put them on it.
Yeah, because I figured you will be doing that. But yeah, shit happens over Christmas, you know. But yeah, I can quickly go over the rumors, because we have no certainty that it will be there, although some of them might be quite hinted in the Instagrams and the Facebooks and whatever. Let's go through the list. I have Amorphis.
Of course.
I have Anthrax. I have Caliban. I have Candlemass. Cradle of Filth. Death Angel. Makes sense, because we will see them definitely in the festival season. That probably means there will be an album.
And if it's not, we will be asking them about it.
Yeah, definitely. Then For My Pain, which is not per se my interest, but I know a lot of listeners are really into them. And of course we know some of the band members, so we will be able to ask them around. When time is right. Gojira, well, that makes sense as well, I think.
Yeah.
Imperial Triumphant. They're also going to be on the roads, and I loved their live shows. So, yeah, that's interesting. Keep of Colessin. Oh, I'm pretty sure that will happen. I saw them last year, or so to say, this year, 2024. After a long time. And I'm like...
That's been a while.
Yeah. And
but the whole band changed, I think, except
Yeah, I don't remember, but like
One.
I remember seeing them in Inferno, and I was like, yes, this is how I remember them, the way they were, maybe a bit more serious in a way.
Cool.
But like, yeah, let's keep an eye on that. There will be Mayhem also with a new album. Apparently, it's a rumor. I have nothing confirmed, but yeah, probably not gonna be too heavy onto that. My Mayhem experience. Yeah, well, I don't know if I should be saying that on a podcast. Well, but I remember being at their show and having to deal with their support act and then passing by them doing some lines in the backstage. And that for me was like, okay, I knew their reputation, but now I'm like,
I'm not quite sure if I ever saw them. I think so, but...
You don't see them, you hear them.
Yeah, okay, but...
I mean, as a camera person, I can tell you won't see them.
No, okay, but maybe I saw or I heard them at, I think maybe at Eindhoven Metal Meeting back in the 2011 or something.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe.
Possible.
And maybe I have like a summer festival.
Oh, that's the better ones. Then you can maybe see a little bit.
But I'm not... Yeah. Maybe. I have... Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Moonspell. How about that?
Ah.
And that's for me always interesting. Because I enjoy them. And we've seen them recently. And they will be touring again.
Kind of funny.
With Dark Tranquility. And of course... Some Tempelores presence will be there.
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah, we had a good time at that gig.
I always have a good time with them.
But I liked the combination of those two bands.
Yeah, definitely.
They were so different, but still...
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Really good. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed both bands, so yes.
Yeah,
they're on my go-to list as well.
Yeah. Well, rumors about Motionless in White will be interesting for the younger fans, I guess.
Yeah.
The younger listeners of Tempelore Talks. Ministry. I don't know if I like that or not, because, I don't know, I like Ministry and I don't like Ministry, so I'm kind of two-faced on Ministry. But let's say it's complicated with Ministry. Some words about Papa Roach were said as a rumor. I don't know. I think that I haven't heard much of them, but I'm also not really following them, so we'll see. Then Paradise Lost. I think they announced something about it already, but we'll see. Samael.
Yeah.
And I think Samael has also been doing a lot of re-releases.
They've been touring as well. I saw them.
Yeah. I saw them not this year, but the year before in Stonehenge. I liked it. Doesn't mean that the rest of the festival liked it, but
yeah,
it's kind of one of those bands that's a bit different than the rest what comes at that festival, and that's always questionable. But yeah, definitely gonna keep my eyes on that, because I enjoy listening to Samael. More listening to the albums rather than seeing them live, though. Must admit that. But yeah, an album could be nice for us.
Yes.
Then we have Sleep Token. Also something great for the younger listeners, I guess, because they have a lot of young fans.
To be honest, I still have not listened to anything of Sleep Token.
Oh, yeah, I photographed them like in 2023 in Tuska, I think, if I remember correctly. And I was just like, why is this so hyped? I don't know. But okay, people like it. So,
yeah, they're doing massive stadium tours, so...
yeah, good for them. Soulfly. And we were just talking about Soulfly before, about one of our... loving memories of 2007.
Was it 2007?
Yes, it was 2007.
Such a long time ago.
So long ago.
That's 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I saw something else in my Facebook memory, like 17 years ago. And I was like, what?
Really that long ago, right?
That long ago.
I remember I was talking about Soulfly just a couple of weeks ago with some guy that was like had to go to Brazil for work, and he was like, "Oh, the first thing I did was check whether Soulfly would be playing." And I'm like,
But they're coming over.
I'm like, they're coming over quite often though, although it's been a while now. So yeah, I don't know if they will be touring or whatsoever. But there was a rumor. It's not confirmed, so. It's
a fun memory, though.
Yeah, at least I have nothing in my email that confirms anything Soulfly.
Yeah.
But let's just say it was a rumor, it was out there, so I mention it to you.
Yes.
Keep your eyes on it. Triptychon. I don't mind them so much, seeing them live, but I also am not a biggest fan or so. But I know people like them, so just had to mention that. I have Vader. Vader is always okay, so that's kind of the standard. Part of the standard.
Yeah.
Volbeat, which is a lot of people hate them. But on the other hand, they always do great live shows. So if you like it, that's cool. If you don't like it, you get to go home early at your festival. Be time on bat if you have to work the next day. So, yeah. Good for that. And there was a rumor about Wednesday 13, and I must admit I have no idea whether that is Wednesday 13 or Murder Dolls or one of the members that split off or had an argument with this guy or started to steal the band. I lost track.
Something
about
from
the rumors about them. And I mean, Wednesday 13 is one of the Murder Dolls, so I have absolutely no clue what's going on over there. I want to stay out of that mess. Because I know one of the people who has been accused of a lot of things, and I'm not friends per se, but I like the guy when I met him a couple times. But yeah, I don't know. I want to stay out of that.
We'll see.
We'll see what's gonna come up. I think it will be a solo album of Wednesday 13, and that will be cool for people who enjoy that. And that's my rumor list, and I know you've been writing stuff down, so...
Yeah, not much, but I saw...
Let us know.
Because you covered a lot.
Yeah, I did...
well, the thing with Amorphous is they are rehearsing and they are recording. I think they are in the studio, and I think the main part of next year they're gonna create the album, and I don't know if they bring it out next year as well.
Could they maybe release it in November or December so I can have them in my next Christmas series? That would be nice.
Well, you can have them in your Christmas series anyway.
No, I need to have a reason to talk to them, you know.
Yeah. Well, then we just interview them.
You're going to do that, Elvira? Oh no, that's not possible. It's my project.
They will be touring with Arch Enemy, and I think maybe I kind of assume the album is gonna be out before that.
Probably,
if they're wise. But then on the other hand, they're
always working on either touring or working on an album. So,
but isn't it a little bit weird if you bring out a CD and you're gonna tour with Arch Enemy, who's gonna be the headliner, and then you're gonna be
that's always weird if you're touring with Arch Enemy.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll be seeing that. I will be listening to it anyway. So, but my eyes
probably me too.
Hakiri for the Sky.
Yeah, I saw
January.
that. I ignored them on purpose.
I saw that.
But to be honest, I mean, they did surprise me the last time I saw them in Stonehenge. I think they improved a lot. I used to see them a lot in Amsterdam, Metal Fest. Saw them so many times, but the last time in Stonehenge I really started to say, okay, now I get it, why people like it. Interesting.
Well, it's a thing you need to like. I think the vocals are so, I don't know, impressive, coming at you, making, I don't know, they made heavy?
They made a serious attempt to be one of the new Him and Paradise Lost bands, you know? But I think they kind of lost it the last couple months.
Yeah, it's so different. It's not that poppy. It's really...
No, but I mean, they were mentioned with Alcest and Kiri of the Sky, for the Sky.
Well, the only thing I can, when you mention those...
Those two were always mentioned, like Him and Paradise Lost were mentioned.
Yeah. Well, maybe the soundscaping, the theater,
I think so.
Melodic soundscapey thing. Well, and then we have Sour. It's also coming in. It's coming in February at Mist Runes.
I've seen them also in Inferno this year. I've liked them before, but it's a bit, I don't know, live they kind of bore me a bit.
Yeah, that's why the album is gonna be.
I don't know. That's why I ignored them. I think I actually have the promo already. So.
Probably it's gonna be out in February. So, and then Kill Switch Engage. Kind of my music, but I think a lot of people. It's true. Not bad, you know. The album is this consequence, so I don't know if there's a consequence if you do not listen to it. Yeah, and I saw because we saw them last summer at Into the Grave. We saw Avantasia and Arian.
Oh yeah, Avantasia. Yeah, I saw them.
And they're also releasing an album, so
yeah, I ignored them also.
Mentioning them.
I did ignore them also purposely. I think I'm not sure if I've seen a promo, but I've ignored them on purpose.
Yeah, I think you it's not your type of music. It's more like relaxed Sunday morning.
I saw them before Avantasia, and they make a great live show though. I must say that. They do a lot of like show when they played live. I saw them a couple of years ago. I think it was in Tuska actually. And they had lots of things going on. But, yeah.
I'm thinking if I'm switching two bands right now in my...
Maybe. But in any case, I saw that something was coming up. And I ignored them on purpose to put them in my list. But then I get corrected by Elvira.
Corrected is not the right word. Definitely not correcting you.
No. You know, we're just...
I think that was all the CDs. Of course, there's going to be lots more. Yeah. But if there's something interesting, it might caught our eye. If you know about something that's interesting, let us know.
Definitely.
All the PR people will find your inbox. So they're going to drop lots of music. And we will see.
Definitely. And if you guys really want to promote your own band, feel free to drop us an email and we will look into it. Don't always expect something back because we get thousands of emails, but we will definitely see it. That's something I will say to you. Yeah. So do that. All right. Festivals, tours whatsoever.
Clubs, some things.
Yeah, those kind of things. I have
playing on the street. No.
Do we have to discuss that? What we're expecting to see playing on the streets?
Well, it's still live music.
True, but I don't know. Usually those people don't really announce themselves.
No, it was a joke.
I figured. But...
So, festivals. Yeah. Of course, there's a lot of festivals.
Yeah, and I just picked the ones which caught our interest. Mm-hmm. So, if you miss something out, then you should promote it to us. And maybe we'll do something with that. Who knows? I have them in quite random order on my list. Mm-hmm. But since we already spoke a bit about Inferno last year, then I have to mention about what's coming up in 2025. Yeah. I must say I still haven't decided whether I go there or not. But their lineup is very interesting, you know. And... yeah, let me quickly mention a couple bands that caught my attention on their lineup. Doodheimsgard, Tiamat, then there's Tuska and Abad, which are maybe not something that I really care too much for, but still interesting. There will be In the Woods, and I just mentioned to Elvira, how many times am I going to see In the Woods this year? Because it's probably going to be a lot. And yeah, so that's something I keep my eyes out for. Mm-hmm. And on Friday, and that will be interesting if you listen to previous episodes, you remember what was one of the top 5 albums that I discussed. It's Korea. They're gonna be there again, so and on the main stage.
Nice.
So good for them.
Yeah.
Then I also highlighted Septic Flesh, which is something I always enjoy.
Nice.
Ponte del Diavolo. That's a band that's signed with My Kingdom Music. I have a outstanding relationship with that label, and I had the chance to listen to their album. I tried to get them into our Christmas advent, but they didn't really feel like doing that, which had to do with the fact that my interviews are in English, and that would be a bit too much if you're also on a camera, if you're not completely fluent in spontaneously speaking English. So that was felt like maybe not this time, maybe some other time if we're more grown and more secure about that. And that's okay. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. No. But they're on my radar, so I will give them the shout outs that they will be there. On the Saturday, they have also a couple of interesting bands. Coven, not per se my favorite, but I know that they're always interesting to photograph.
Yeah.
So on my list, Ara Noir, and that's something I've been listening to a lot back in the days. Not so much recently, but definitely gonna be on my list. Rotting Christ, well, can you ignore Rotting Christ? They're also kind of sort of a standard in a way, because people always have to listen to Rotting Christ at some point in their life.
Sorry, that sounds really...
It's true! It's true! And then there is Satyricon, and of course Satyricon, come on, that's... If you talk about classics, Satyricon definitely is one. They have some smaller bands, Crest of Darkness, which I am also very interested. Also from the My Kingdom Music label. Then there will be on the Sunday a Dutch band, Shamas.
What?
Shamas.
Dutchies.
That band. Yeah, they've been around forever. I've recently been talking to random people in my town, because I'm collecting metalheads in my town nowadays, in my friend list. So, like, the three I found all were talking about this band.
Okay. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's local from where I live. Not from my town, but from the area. And so everybody kind of knows him. The guy who's behind the band. And I've seen them live, I think, a couple times.
Nice.
Yeah. So maybe I think I will check it out. They're on the main stage early on the day, though. But still cool. Then there will be a Behemoth. Now, that's something, of course, I cannot ignore. I love seeing them live. And that's strange, because back in the days, I was a bit like, I don't know about this band. I don't know. I like it, but their shows. And then I'm scared of fire. So I was always a bit like, I don't want to be in the photo pit when they're doing all their pyro shows. And then their pyrotechnic guy was like, I was in Forte Rock. He really talked to me and helped me through it and explained to me and everything. Super sweet. And since then, it's a bit better with me and pyros. I don't say I like them, never ever. But so that's Behemoth is on my list. That's it for this festival. Maybe Bismarck is cool to mention. They play not in the main venue, but one of the smaller venues. And I've had a promo of them some years ago, so I remember the name and that I kind of like that. So I will mention them for you guys to check out. Now, next festival, maybe you should do one where Alvira can do a little bit of talking, because I'm
talking.
Rattling on and on. And
on and on.
Yeah, and there's a lot of...
So what do you want to do? I can do Sonic Whip.
Yeah, do Sonic Whip.
But I have to go to their... So Sonic Whip, I've never been there. It's a festival in the Netherlands. It's an indoor festival, 2 days at Toren Roosje in Nijmegen. I think the headline is still not completely...
finished,
set in stone, but and you're gonna laugh because Graveyard is playing there. But also which I would like to see, Slomosa, Elder, Temple
That's quite some good names. with Sonic Whip, I've always had them like on my short list as a festival, but they never made me really convinced that I had to be there.
Yeah.
It's also usually in the time of the year that I...
Yeah, it's in May. It's May 16th and 17th. And I also don't know... I don't know if they do a lot of... They let in a lot of press, so...
I know a couple of photographers which would make it there every year, so I think there will be, but I don't know. It's
an indoor festival, so I'm gonna try. I'm looking forward, and otherwise I'm gonna buy a ticket. Because
Yeah.
There are a couple of bands that I've never seen Elder, and I would like to see them. So.
Really? Never?
No.
Oh, okay. I've seen them live and I never liked them though.
No, it's not your...
It's not my thing, but yeah, I can see you like it. I remember their shows being dark though, so be prepared for that.
I'm used to a lot of dark.
Yeah, but like dark.
Yeah, well...
You know, when I say that, I mean it.
2 spots on the side.
That would be quite a lot.
No, I've seen them. I follow them on Instagram. And I've seen quite some photos from last year. They were touring with a very big band. I forgot what it was.
I don't know.
But
I remember that.
Anyway, I am looking forward. Sonic Whip, Doornroosje, the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's cool. One of a festival that I don't think we actually covered much of.
No, not yet.
I remember they were always on my short list, and I never made it there for some reason.
But last year they didn't. The festival was cancelled.
Yeah,
possible. And that was supposed to be the first edition, I think.
No, they've always been on my radar, and I think they also been doing like events.
Yeah, but I think this is the first.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Because last year it was cancelled.
Yeah, but I think maybe they did then the events, because I know I've seen it. I know
that's possible.
The photographer who have been doing it for the festival. Okay. So I know that there was something going on. In any case...
Then it never caught my eye either, because I thought it was kind of brand new festival.
Oh well, in any case...
But it's promising. We're talking about...
That. Now... Okay, next festival is...
Oh, I thought you were talking about this festival.
Oh, no, not really. South of Haven. That's a new festival.
That was... I was...
Oh, I thought you were still talking about Sonic Whip.
No.
But South of Haven is definitely a new one.
And last year they got cancelled.
No, they didn't cancel it. They didn't make it because they didn't have the permit on time.
Ah, that was it.
But they were talking about the festival already. Yeah. So yeah, now this year it will be there. It's in the south of the Netherlands. Like, if you're like... In Cologne area, it's close. If you're in Belgium, it's close. If you're from the Netherlands, well, you have to drive all the way to the south, but it's still in the Netherlands. And we liked their lineup.
Yes, I love their lineup.
Yeah, we have, for example, Meshuggah, and I think we've seen them so many times through the years, and always like it. It's so technical. It's I like that, you know. It's and they also improved a lot on the light shows in the last couple years, I think, because I remember back in the days I thought it was a bit boring, but the last couple years they always surprised me. So
well, they have amazing light shows the last years, but
definitely.
But also a lot of strobos and people. It's quite hectic and in your face. Yeah, so
true.
Not everybody gonna love it,
but that's a lot with those kind of bands. Yeah, those technical kind of bands. So,
but I'm looking forward to see them again.
Yeah, and we have In Flames, of course. I mean, In Flames, how can you not like In Flames?
Yeah. I would love to see them.
I remember seeing, was it this year or last year that I saw them in Tuska? I think this year.
I don't know.
And always good. Bit not the most active live performance, so to say, but sometimes you just enjoy the music, you know. We always talk a bit about like that as a journalist point of view, but... for the fans, that's great.
Yeah, you have to enjoy In Flames. Yeah. Definitely. Hatebreed,
yeah. Definitely. And you're the next one for you.
For me, Angeles Apatrida.
Yes.
Yes. Spanish band. They're very cool. They're they're climbing up the ladder.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. And the next one as well, Beast. I mean...
Best. Best. Yeah, I've had them on my list to go see. I think, was it in January or I'm not sure, but in any case, yeah, they're always interesting to see. And Carcass.
Carcass. Good old oldies.
Good as yeah, Carcass. I mean, I've seen Carcass like a gazillion times on like Into the Grave, Stonehenge,
Tuska.
whatever, Tuska, everywhere. They're always fun to watch. And I remember seeing them at some point when it was raining really badly. I think it was Stonehenge, and a lot of people left, and I was still there enjoying Carcass. So, yay. Channel Zero, how long is it ago that I heard from them?
Long time, but they're gonna quit. And
Yeah.
they're gonna do some sort of epic end of the end of life.
Career. Yeah.
End of career tour next year in Belgium. And I think this festival is part of their goodbye.
Oh well. Cool. But yeah, I was thinking I haven't seen much of them.
No, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Dark Angel is okay. I prefer Death Angel.
Me
but,
too.
It's okay.
This is interesting.
And Decapitated.
With a Finnish singer now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I follow him, but
I know. Like,
don't ask his name.
Decapitated. I mean, I always enjoyed seeing Decapitated.
It was good fun, but I'm curious how it's going to be with.
Yeah. From the Crypt, well, good.
That says it all.
Yeah. There's Gutelok's toilet brush fun. Bring out your toilet paper.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this news message about some German guy, I think, that bought 1,500 rolls of toilet paper for his wife for Christmas. I was thinking, wow, is he planning to go to see Gutelok's or something? Like,
they can hand it out and everybody can throw it in the air.
Yeah. Although, please don't, because I prefer people use that where it's used for. Like, don't waste that. I think that's so useless to do. I am morbid. They were really great at Stonehenge last year, so...
It's been a while, I think. For me.
Possible.
But,
Inherited. Really nice. But, yeah. Legion of the Damned, I mean...
Midnight.
We've seen them so often. Cool. Mass Deception. Oh, and Midnight I like. I like Midnight.
Me too.
That's one of my kind of bands, to see.
I saw them last year.
Even though when they have their masks on and such, I'm usually not the biggest fan, but from them I can handle it.
But they're still entertaining. It's not...
you still have... Yeah. Nephilim? Oh my god, how often am I going to see Nephilim this year? What the hell? That's gonna be one band that I'm seeing a lot. Probably, maybe even in the...
I think they're from the area. So.
Yeah, I think, and I will also see them maybe in the first 2 weeks of January or so, or no, maybe a little bit later,
somewhere
Tukandra or something, where they with them. I'm not sure, but I will see them in January for sure. Okay. There's Ripsaw, there's Sacred Reich. Well,
seen that.
Savage Lands, Severe Torture is always cool to watch.
And there we have them.
Oh yeah.
Soulfly.
Soulfly. We were talking about them before. Yeah, that's one thing that we have to do there, and that's
we have to dance.
Okay, we do that in the photo pit usually before the show starts, but with Soulfly we do it the whole set.
Well, maybe we need to tell something.
Should we share that story? Oh, maybe, what the hell, why not? We have time. We can make this episode. I don't know how long we can go on with the episode and see what we have been doing. And I don't know, even if it's 2 hours something, we just give people a lot to listen to. So yeah, Soulfly, the story we're talking about is something like 2007, Lauf. From the South. A legendary festival that took place maybe once. And we were both there. And it was like 2 stages facing each other in a hall in Eindhoven.
They switched.
And we go back and forth. And we were just talking about that before we started the podcast. How empty that place was. And how hard it was to reach the place back in the days. Versus how it is now.
Yeah.
So remember, I think it was Carcass was also playing there, was it? If I remember.
Possible.
Yeah. I can't remember for
Me
sure.
neither.
But there was...
Soulfly was there.
Soulfly was there. It was like the last band.
And it was... a lot of people left to get the last train.
Yeah, a lot of people left. And I think there were maybe 10 people in the audience left.
No,
I think something like that.
Maybe a little bit more, a little bit further to the back. But
there were some people from other bands were there. Because I remember
we
our story with the Northern guy, if you remember that, who was too drunk and couldn't communicate to anyone anymore.
No,
and we tried to say something in Finnish for him to tell him that he had to leave.
Was that?
That was
another.
That was another story from that. Yeah.
But I think we had, the 3 songs in the photo pit and we enjoyed ourselves, and then we went out of the photo pit, or maybe not even in the. I can't remember. But
yeah, we were out of the photo pit.
We were out of the photo pit, standing in the first row. And we were dancing.
Yeah, we were dancing and having fun.
Sing along,
and
maybe a little bit, and then
we were noticed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard if there's not that many people, obviously.
And then 2 weird people dancing there
with cameras on their necks still. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone from the band made some pointing gestures and you're crazy.
Yeah. We were crazy, and we still are.
Yes,
so,
we still love to dance in a photo pit. I mean,
we
have
do.
a good time.
We do that, and I think we probably will be doing that in Zouthaven again this time.
Yes,
we sort of have to do that for nostalgic sakes. Good. The last band's Solosis 10 side Textures.
Yes.
Wow, Textures are back.
Haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, and Wolf Brigade.
So. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about them. Yeah. Have not seen them yet. But curious. So I am looking forward to go there. I hope I can really make it and get a photo pass and everything. So
would be nice. But
the lineup is really my kind of cup of
for me as well.
tea.
I think we also have Dynamo in our program, isn't it? I think that's for you to talk about.
For me to talk about.
I don't really go there anymore this year, I think. Probably, even though I like the lineup quite a bit better than before. But I have also some other things to do in August. I found out over Christmas. So I have to keep things a little bit open.
Well, Dynamo, coming year is their 10th anniversary edition. So they...
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 days. And for now they have... there's still one headliner missing. It's still a secret, but we're going to find out soon. I think there's going to be Mastodon, Rhythm Temptation, Creator, Gojira, Hyperville... Cataclysm, Flashcott Apocalypse, Neobliviscaris, Coffin Theater, I quite like. Pothamus, I have never seen, but would look like that.
Yeah.
What else?
Hanabi.
Paradise Lost with the new singer. So, no, sorry.
I was like, what?
Yeah, no, my brain sometimes doesn't work. Paradise Lost. Looking forward. They was nice.
Yeah.
They were nice at. If you listen to our best of 2024,
better than the rest.
They were mentioned.
Yeah.
Fear Factory.
Interesting enough, but not the headliner.
Oh, Static X with Never Steal the Sodom with the new singer. Obituary.
Oh yeah, always
so you have to
a
play
classic.
There. Yeah.
You can't ignore.
So yeah. Lots to see there. Looking forward. Hanabi, yeah, they were fun.
Why? I don't know. I'm like...
To throw in a little bit something for younger people?
To throw in something that people can fight about on Facebook.
Oh.
I think. Because what would a Loud Noise event be without some controversy about the lineup? People need to disagree to something, How can people just go and be happy about the lineup without... any comments on Facebook? So
well, then I would comment about Charlotte Wessels, but
they probably do that also. But then again, I will see that girl later in one of the other festivals, probably, because I will have to talk about it in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Conjurer,
so that's that.
Yeah, Conjurer. Conjurer is always fun.
Carrie King.
Oh, nah. That's Slayer with different people.
Yeah.
An Oblivious Goddesses could be. Flat God Apocalypse is always fun, I guess. And yeah.
So that's that. Looking forward. August.
Yeah. August.
15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yeah. Okay, which one
I'm
shall
gonna be
I
there.
pick out to talk about? Yeah, let's do Tuska. Guess who's there again? It's In Flames.
Yeah.
Guess I'll be seeing them.
A lot.
Yeah. And one thing I try to ignore, if you guys will let me, is Electric Cowboy. Please,
maybe we need to vote you there.
Please show me that, or give me the opportunity to see the small band in the club stage that's playing at the same time, please. But since they're probably one of the headliners, that won't be a case, I think. Marco Hitala, we just spoke about him. He's always there in one form or shape. And then Tarja is also there, so I wonder why they don't do something together. Maybe they will do a song together. I hope so. I kind of hope so.
I think they will.
That would be
probably on both.
Yeah, but like
he will join her, she will join him.
I mean, it's kind of like this is what the people want to see, especially in Finland and especially on Tuska. So, yeah, let's see. Then, well, some smaller bands I'm gonna ignore because let's not go too crazy about all that time-wise. There's Powerwolf, there's Orbit Culture, there's Alcest. I will probably try to pop in there.
Yeah.
But I hope they're on the 10th stage because that's better for the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah. Not club, that's too small.
But the other outdoor stages.
But outdoor is kind of doesn't fit.
I don't think main stage would be great, but I also don't think the smaller outdoor stage would be nice for them. It must be the 10th.
It must.
Yeah, well, there's Wine Rose, which I'm gonna ignore, obviously. That's not even up for discussion for you guys. So, just saying.
Yeah, there are some bands we just gladly ignore.
Yeah. Insomnium.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Cemetery Skyline. Yeah, that will probably be in the smaller place, and I might. Charlotte Vessels, like I was just mentioning, I'll probably be seeing her. And Ivar, because I know one of them. I've known him from his previous project, and I know now he's trying to be hidden, and we've been trying to meet for a long time. It never works out. Kind of
maybe.
I must admit it's a bit of a crush because he looks goddamn gorgeous, and now he's with that goddamn gorgeous woman that I will never be any competition with whatsoever. Damn, that woman has a body.
Yeah, and she's dancing half naked on the stage.
But still, she has the body for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would probably do the same if I could sing and look like that.
Well, I probably wouldn't, but still, I mean, go her. Yay for her. I think it's cool. I haven't really listened to the album, but I just want to meet the guy anyway because we've been in touch for a long time, and I don't even know if the official name is out there. I think he's under a different name, but I know
they're kind of
they're
masked,
but I think the guy operates under a different name if I remember correctly. In any case, I know who it is, and
it makes it more interesting for us now.
I will definitely try to to do something. Let's see. There will be Arion. There will be
more things.
Yeah, on the Sunday there will be Lorna Shore again.
They played there last year, right? Or was that already the year before?
I think the year before, and people complain about it. So, and there will be Apocalyptica, which is fun because I haven't seen them for ages. So I've a reason to pop
nothing
in.
More.
Yeah, nothing more.
Metal Beast is
back at Tuska for I don't know how long. They used to play there a lot, so cool to see them again. Then there will be Whitechapel, and Korpiklani hasn't been in Tuska for long. Yeah,
Polaris.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Korpiklani, I haven't seen them for too long.
Nope.
So will we go?
It's been a while for me too.
Yeah. I remember, was it in the old Tuska area where there was so many people going to see Korpiklani that they had like they had to make shifts for the press because they were playing in the 10th stage and the photo pit was pretty small. And they were like overwhelmed with the amount of people were coming to see them and shoot them. So, yeah, cool. And then there's a band I'm going to mention because they got a lot of press and I have their album also in my email. And that's Havekroene. I have no idea if I will like it, but I will probably check it out because I have the promo and I will probably come across them.
I will make you go see that one.
Yeah, Elvira tries to make me to go and see Octoploid, but it's a bit problematic.
Not your thing.
No, it's more problematic because if I see...
I think they're gonna be in...
Yeah, they're probably gonna be clashing with the headliner. So...
You think?
Yeah, I think they will. So... That's gonna be a bit of... Let's see. If
see.
I have the opportunity, I will.
Yes.
But I expect them to clash with the headliner, though. So yeah, and the headliner for that matter would be Lorna Shore, I think.
Yeah.
So the chances that they are dismissing people is not that big, I think. So yeah, we'll see about that. Tuska is pretty much set in stone.
If I was a rich girl, I would probably go there too. But well,
yeah. I don't consider myself rich, but I probably will have to be there. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh. I remember the promoter already said to me oh, see you next year. So okay. That's kind of set in stone, I guess, that I'll be there. So, as if we have another opportunity.
So what else? I don't know how long we're talking because...
Yeah, I don't know either. Doesn't matter. I'll go quickly over the Stonehenge because I think Stonehenge isn't really your kind of thing. But let's see if I can get a nicer list for that. There's Ananakath. There will be... let's see what's interesting to mention about this Stonehenge. Blood Moon is gonna be there. Burial Remains. There will be Destiny. Do I know that band? I don't even think I saw them before. So, let's see. There will be Dismember. Of course, Dismember. That's something I would like to see there. Hammer High. Very Dodge. Then there will be some Japanese bands called Invictus. Macabre. Oh yeah, Macabre. I've seen a couple times before. I think I saw one of the first bands I photographed in Baruch back in the days.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
So yeah, pretty nice. And I like that they have something going on there. It's very obvious what they're about. So it's about murderers, in case you wonder. There's Massacre. There's gonna be Napalm Death. They're often around, so I don't mind seeing them as full. Nile. I haven't seen Nile for quite a while.
That's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, I know they've been around, but for somehow they managed to go around me. So and Rotten Remains is there. That's Stoma. That's oh dear. I haven't seen them for a very long time. Wow. Just checking if they still have the same bassist, but looking at the picture, they don't.
You were a bassist.
Yeah, no, I used to know him from his other band mainly, and I'm just trying to look at the picture now who's in there, but no. Don't know. Anyway, that's Stonehenge. Stonehenge is always fun, one-day festival. If you're like the more extreme kind of metal, that's the festival to be at, I think. The most fun.
In the Netherlands.
Yeah. So we do Into the Grave?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you have a nicer list to go through as me.
Yeah, it's faster than
scrolling. But I know that it's more my lineup than your lineup, as you've said that a couple times.
If you wanna...
Yeah, well, okay. The most outstanding name is probably Savatage. We cannot ignore Savatage being back in business and doing some live shows. How amazing. And Savatage is definitely one of those bands I grew up with. I have a lot of fond memories of me being in Finland with other Sabotage fans, and I never saw them live. Never ever.
Well,
How?
You will be seeing it in June.
Yeah, and hopefully some more, but that's still on debate. So definitely something that I cannot not mention. On the same day, we have Exodus, which is just one of those bands that's always good to have around, I guess. Not specifically something that you haven't seen before. Cattle Decapitation, always okay. Orange Goblin,
Nice.
yeah.
For me.
3 Inches of Blood I haven't seen for ages, so I was looking forward to that. And Propane, yeah, definitely want to mention. That's basically almost the
First day.
the first day in a row.
Second day we have Wasp.
Yeah, I'm a wild
God's
child. I'm a
long
wild child. I love Wasp, and I've been seeing them very, very often. So, yay, that will be fun for me. Yeah.
Another one to ignore?
White Rose. Well, I cannot ignore them in Into the Grave. I have to shoot them because
Well,
there's no
me too,
clashes. But
it's not our thing.
It seems like I'll be having a late dinner that day, so that's one thing.
Phil Campbell.
Oh, no, let's not talk about Phil.
And then
Death Angel. Oh, hell yeah.
We're gonna be dancing in the photo pit.
Yeah, we're gonna be enjoying that a lot. They did it. Last time I saw them in Into the Grave, they were great. I loved it. So, hell yeah. Some names to mention quickly: Rotting Christ, Municipal Waste,
Elven King, Insanity Alert. Not much. Oh.
There will be again
High Parasite.
Impaler, but blah.
High Parasite.
And
some other bands.
Yeah, some other bands. The last day will be my least favorite day, so to say.
Yeah.
There will be Powerwolf. There will be the great Glory Hammer. There will be Foyer Swans.
That's gonna be fun if they have the pirates.
Fader is something
Fader
for me.
is nice.
Then. Fader I will enjoy.
I think you like Bewitcher as well.
Yeah, probably like that. Martyr is okay-ish for me. I enjoy watching them, but they're not like something I would run out for. Sorry, guys. They're kind of our competition because they're having a podcast too. But yeah, that's personal preference because they do a good job anyway. So that's the names that you have to go and see, I think, in Into the Grave. And of course, Into the Grave is one of those festivals that's a bit of our festival.
Yes, it feels like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been the only photographer that has been there from the very first edition on and didn't miss a single one. I'm literally the only photographer who saw everything, so I'm still trying to keep that going. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a nice festival. It's not too massive. It's
good. There's a good atmosphere usually.
You can bring kids even if you want to. It's very friendly.
And this time on a different location.
Yeah.
For 1 year, apparently, if they don't like it too much. But different location, still in Leeuwarden, in the city center.
Yes, near the railway station.
Yeah, so it's even better if you want to go home afterwards. You can literally run to your train after the last band. That saves you a lot of time. That's that.
Do you have more festivals
of course, mention? I do. There's 2 that I'm not sure if I will be attending, but I will quickly mention Jera on Air. That will be at the same day as Tuska, the same days. So I probably won't be there, but I think it's cool to mention that they have nice lineups for people who are not into the most extremist kind of metal, but still like things.
They have quite some good names.
Yeah, Bullet for My Valentine. And one thing that's very interesting, Sex Pistols with Frank Carter.
Yeah.
So that will be something. And Frank Turner will be there. There will be Ginger. There will be Heaven Shall Burn. Landmarks. That will be there. Nothing more. Motionless in White. It's more kind of festival I should send you to.
Yeah. Well, can't make everything probably. Yeah.
True. Perturbator. That's something I enjoy. So I'm kind of sad that I can't see that. I wish they would be also on my schedule. I enjoy dancing to that. Yellow Card. Haven't heard from them for ages, but that's because I'm not too much into that genre. But Cool. Dead by April. That's gonna be an interesting one. Health, I saw them last year. That's there's people really loving that, so cool. John Coffey, wow, good for them. And that Kim Dracula, I don't know much about that girl, but there will be also on Tuska actually. I saw her there also on the lineup. I think I didn't shout out to that before, but she'll be also in general there. Then there is Smash Into Pieces, which is one band that I've been getting so much promo about in the past years. So that's something. And Zebrahead. Gosh, we wrote a lot about Zebrahead. Not one of us, but one of the other reviewers did mention them quite often. So yeah, that's just one festival I wanted to shout out. Jeroen Airs in the center of the country, Netherlands. So if you want to listen to this kind of music, I would recommend going to this festival. I think they were also up for being best festival of the year or something, some award kind of thing.
Nice.
So definitely want to keep your eyes on. And then there's Graveland, which again, I'm not completely sure if I will go there, but the lineup is always nice. And
definitely.
It will be headlined by Dark Tranquillity. There will be some Solstafir. There will be Grave. So that's also...
That's been a long time.
Yeah, no, I've seen them quite a bit. But for you, I guess it will be quite a while ago. There's Mouflon. I have to mention them because I like that band. There's Hellripper. There's, Necrods. So, yeah, quite a lot to see, I think. And I don't think they have announced everything yet. So, yeah, that one. That's the last one I had on my list.
Yes.
And I think we can speak another hour if we have to look into tours. But I haven't been preparing that very much. I guess... You should just keep an eye on the websites of the venues.
Yeah, and we'll probably mention things coming up in the podcast. What we're going to do, what we're going to see.
Yeah, for sure. So people... also, not everything is announced yet. Usually that is in January. They will be doing that. After the Eurosonic Festival has taken place, you see a lot more going on when it comes to announcements and events that were not announced just yet. So people just have to be a little bit more patient for that.
Yes.
And yeah, that's it, I think. I have to say for the next year. Quite a talk. We were talking a lot. But that's us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot kind of happening. A lot of festivals, a lot of things to look forward to.
Yeah.
I'm
looking forward already again to be on the road again and such. So... I'm not even going to mention the shows. That's too bad. You will find out where we were in the next episode. So just leave it at that.
Yes.
If you want to
subscribe,
stay up to date, you have to subscribe. You have to like. You have to follow. You have to do that.
Maybe comment for once.
That would be really nice. Well, we did get a lot more.
Yeah,
on the YouTube we get a lot more nowadays, and I think that's just really nice.
Yes, especially on all your interviews you did. There's
that's quite a lot. And
nice.
I think even the last one that I did with Deo Goy got quite a couple comments that I think like okay, and I really liked that a lot of the artists were commenting on it themselves. So yeah, I like that. People, if you want to start to be engaged in the community, YouTube is definitely a bit more open for that, and your comments will be seen much more than if you do that in other places, I think. So that's my tip for you for the next year. If you want to stay in touch with your favorite artist or us, so to say, go to YouTube and subscribe. And if you ring the bell, you even get a notification when we have something new coming up. Yes. That's it for now.
See you next time.
Bye!